You're tuned in to another exciting episode of Messiah Films. My name is Haroon, and we're here with Bashir Ol Haq. What advice would you give to an African American about Islam?
Well, there's a lot of information I would like to give, but we don't have the time, so I will speak generally. The first thing is that the African American is very inferior, and quite frankly, we are foolish people. Rightfully so. And the reason why is because, as we all know, we are descendants from slaves. Now, a lot of people say, it's over and it's done with, you know. But we have to understand that we are suffering from post slavery syndrome, which means that everything we do is a result of what happened to our ancestors. For instance, African Americans at this time, we was from the beginning of slavery, we was just Africans, because we came from the continent of Africa. And in the process of being here in America, what happened was everything was stripped from us. Our culture was stripped from us. Our religion was stripped from us. Our language was stripped from us. And we were not allowed to communicate amongst ourselves, in a social manner. And we were not able to read. If we were caught reading or learning how to read, it would be deaf to us. So 400 years of this totally made us ignorant. And any person that has any logic or rational thinking will understand that if someone takes away all of those things, you are left just a shell and you are no longer conscious. We lost everything, so we start to mimic and learn what our former slave masters did. And Christianity is one of those things. We got this form of Christianity today from our former slave masters. So it was a time that black people actually thought that Jesus Christ was this blonde-haired, blue-eyed person, and they was worshiping him. So in other words, they was just worshiping their slave masters. We must retrain ourselves and re-educate ourselves, and we must go back to the Creator. The state that we in now, but quite frankly, this is doing nothing for our community, our nation, or our society.
What is the difference between the doctrine of Christianity today, as we know it today, and the doctrine of Islam when it comes to, one changing his life around?
Yeah. Well, Christianity today is totally false. And the reason why I say this is because it's only built on paganism. We place the man as God, for one. For two, the Christians, they put up the Christmas trees. Although the Bible say, don't put up this tree with this silver and gold, it's a curse for you.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that in Jeremiah chapter 10, I think 1 through 10.
The difference between this and Islam is the Allah Almighty, the Creator, your Creator and my Creator, sent us the messenger Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, to clear up all of these things. And in fact, to bring the people who were enslaved, who were oppressed, who were depressed and destabilized, bring them back to a state to where they can obtain the complete mercy and grace from the Creator. Islam has came to save black people, white people, Spanish people, the whole world, but we perceive it not.
So how does man go
Well, the
by
first thing
doing
in
it?
Islam, in the first commandment, was to read. You understand? So we must first get knowledge, and we must seek that knowledge from the cradle to the grave. And once we sincerely look for the knowledge, and then we will get the knowledge of Islam, and then there will be no other way to go but Islam. And the reason why I say this is because I'm a Muslim, and I follow Mirza Ghulam Ahmad the Messiah.